So how do you think today went?
I think today went pretty well. It was really good to see all of our students asking questions, and really helpful to hear the congressmen and women's answer.
Through the background checks they said that they are enforcing now, do you think that's going to help and make students and parents, of course, feel more safer in school now?
I definitely think it's a start. It's a first step. Personally, it gives me a little sense of security. I hope that there's further checks, like the mental health check, and also a bigger push on mental health within schools because I've noticed the trends in mass shootings. That's all where it starts. So I think that's where they should go with it. But I definitely think background checks continuously throughout ownership is definitely a good idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So do you think high schoolers and also kids around the world have a voice to fix their school and make it better?
We certainly do. It just takes action. We should all speak up and speak our mind on this topic like we did today. And I'm so proud of my students or my friends for speaking up today.
What do you think about the Second Amendment?
I feel as right now it don't affect me because I don't own a gun. But in the future, if I will ever own a gun, it will be for my own protection.
All right. So what was your questions for today?
I was going to wonder if smart guns continue to be developed and became more common on the market, if we'd see a difference in gun violence in America.
What are your thoughts on the Second Amendment?
Well, I support it. I think everyone should have the right to bear arms, but there should be stricter gun laws on it so that you don't have people, like just anyone getting their hands on a gun.
All right. And today, how do you feel that something is now being taken action?
Well, it definitely makes me feel more comfortable. I didn't really have a complete idea of what was going on with the Congress. It just makes me feel more comfortable about it.
What do you think about the assembly today?
That assembly, it shows that somebody's actually caring for the community and wants to change things because gun violence really is a thing and it's really not a good one. I say we shouldn't have guns at all. We shouldn't have guns.
So what did you think about the assembly today?
I thought the assembly was really good. Finding out that 96% of Americans really are for stricter gun laws makes me feel happy, and just that we are all in at least unison on something together.
All right. And what do you think about the bill that they're passing right now about stricter background checks?
I think that makes sense. I appreciated both of the congresswomen and congressmen's reaction when people asked about the Second Amendment rights, and they said that yes, they support the Second Amendment rights, as do many people, because we all see what happens when we ban something. Clearly, that doesn't stop people from when we ban something entirely. That doesn't stop them from obtaining weapons. So I think that we just need to sort of focus on, however, having stricter gun laws, making sure maybe we ban some assault rifles, etc. I think that we just need to focus on stricter gun laws in our society.
What do you think about the assembly today?
It was cool, learning a lot of stuff I didn't know.
So what was your questions for today?
My question for today was if someone previously had violence or mental illness earlier in life, like early 20s, and then later in life, like maybe their 40s, want to own a gun, will the background check stop them from owning that gun, even if now they're no longer a threat if they were?
What are your views on gun control?
I believe gun control is very, the rules and restrictions on it is very light in this country. And we have a lot of gun incidents ranging from schools to religious shootings. And it's just, it needs to be better.
Do you think the bill that is now passed is going to help kids feel safer in school?
You never know. It might be. They might feel safer. Some kids might still fear it. We'll just have to see how it plays out in the future.
So what do you think about the bills that we have today if the background checks that the congressmen talked to us about today didn't pass?
I think that the background checks was a good idea, and if they didn't pass, I feel as if that those people whose background checks came in later than the 3 days and got to own a gun, that there would be more violence from that. And I feel like since the bill was passed that they have to go through the background checks and they're more intense, I feel like that will really put a good limit on who decides who gets the gun, because because at some point it was the side of the dealer, and the dealer just wants to make money. And now that it's the bill is passed, it's more of a universal overthrow of who deserves to get that gun and who's safe to have it.
I thought the assembly was fantastic. I thought everybody there, the students just did such a great job with their questions. That they were all so intelligent. They were all well thought out. They listened to the responses. They came up with follow-up questions. It was an awesome experience. Not everybody gets to have the experience of having two congresswomen come to your school and talk about events that impact us like the subject that did.
All right, and what do you think about them doing more stricter background checks on people who own guns or want to buy one?
I think it's extremely important. There is, as Congresswoman Dean said, there is a gun epidemic, and we need to make sure that everybody follows the rule. There was a student today that brought up the idea that, you know what, every 4 years I got to renew my driver's license. So why not every 4 years renew your gun license? People have the right to have guns. I'm not saying that they don't. They do. You have the right to bear arms. It's our Second Amendment, but do it properly so that guns stay safe, that guns are used for what they need to be used for. There's no reason for an assault rifle. What purpose does an assault rifle serve?
What do you think about the assembly that we had today? I think the assembly was a good insight for me, and I'm pretty sure for all the other student body at North Star High School, about the moves that our Congress is making, and about what restrictions they also have as a congresswoman or congressman. I think Madeline Dean is a good person. I talked to her in person, and she does, like, her being a PA native, she does have good intentions for us as students and as human beings.
Do you think now that action is being taken, students are going to feel safer in school, but also parents are going to feel safer to send their kids to school?
The process of more strict gun laws, in school has been like a tedious process, I guess, because it's taken a long time. I'm not sure if students will feel safer that a bill has been passed, but I'm pretty sure they have more comfort now that it's more strict laws. But I'm pretty sure some things will still be happening today.
So what went on today?
Today we had a great experience. Two congresswoman, congressmen coming here, leading a town hall about gun violence, huge issue. And I think the biggest thing that happened here today was Norristown Area High School once again showed that we are the best place on earth.
What do you think the kids learned today?
I think they learned that their voices can be heard, right? I think that they demonstrated a confidence and a knowledge base that sometimes we don't think kids have, but it's clear that it's there. And I think that hopefully what I saw kids getting out of today was that their voices can be heard, and that they provoked thought amongst people who lead our nation.
What's your opinion about the bill that they said they're enforcing about expanding background checks on people who are going to buy guns or already own them?
I know it's a very controversial issue. I think for me personally, I think people might have the right to own a gun, but with that, like they said, comes great responsibility. And we don't let just anyone drive a car. We don't let just anyone do a lot of other things. We don't let just anyone become a teacher. You've got to pass background checks and many other things. And I think if you're going to be able to possess something that can take someone's life, I think that we should know that you're safe to not hurt others and to not hurt yourself.
I think it was a pretty good assembly. I'm glad that they came, and I appreciate it.